Hi students, I'm Jeff, and today's reading topic is occupations. Use the link in the box below to follow along as I read the article, 10 Jobs That Will and Won't Exist in the Future. Flashback to 1888 when Carl Benz completed the first production run of automobiles. Then put yourself in the United States in 1900 when the first automobiles were mass-produced. You were the best blacksmith in your town. People came from miles around to have you shoe their horses. Life was good. However, soon your customers' dependence on horses for transportation disappeared, as most of them bought autos. Even as the top performer in your profession, your career was doomed, through no fault of your own. Flash forward to the 21st century. Could you find yourself in a similar situation? It's possible. Reasons for job obsolescence. The primary culprit that could affect your job is technology. In prior centuries, change happened gradually, often encompassing many years and rarely affecting a generation or two. Since around mid-20th century, however, technological developments have come at rapid-fire intervals. As the baby boomer generation retires, employers need not replace many of them, since modern technology allows fewer people to manage more projects. As author Hannah Clark, in her interesting piece in Forbes magazine, Jobs of the Future, so eloquently states, one thing is clear. In 2 decades, your job probably won't exist. While Ms. Clark had her tongue firmly planted in her cheek, she also makes thoughtful and relevant points. Markets and consumers are changing, which accelerates job obsolescence. Even iconic employers like GM and Ford must re-engineer themselves to successfully compete in the global economy. The changing marketplace is a reflection of cutting-edge technology, new marketing techniques, fluctuating consumer tastes, and emerging countries producing goods at below-market prices. 10 jobs that may not exist in 20 years. 1. Retail store cashier. Dealing with cash is passé. Paper money will still exist, but few will use it for grocery department and other store purchases. Plastic cards, debit or credit, and electronic self-checkout systems will replace human cashiers. 2. Photo film processor. If you're a traditionalist and favor classic film rolls, you should start building your personal darkroom now. Photo stores and pharmacies will opt for 100% digital processing or eliminate photo processing altogether. 3. CD and video store employees. Since these stores won't exist, neither will their jobs. Except for a nostalgic comeback for vinyl records, which may continue for some time, music and videos will only exist in only digital formats. 4. Unions and organizers. Unions continue their 2-decade decline into the 21st century, still operating under practices established in the 1950s and 60s. They continue to misunderstand the technological revolution as they hurtle toward extinction. 5. Encyclopedia author. Wikipedia almost single-handedly is eliminating the need for hard copy encyclopedias, which have dated information as soon as they are published anyway. 6. Miners of all varieties. Biomining, utilizing bacteria and other living entities, can already separate metals from ore. Their efficiency and ability will only increase in the coming years. 7. Construction jobs. While most construction work continues to be performed by human hands, new technologies, able to produce detailed drawings and images in 3D, will allow most building components to be mass-produced to close tolerances. 8. Fighter pilot. Why risk a fellow human in combat when you can send computer-controlled, unmanned fighters to do an equally effective job? Automated fighter jets are already in limited use and enjoying great success. 9. Call center staff. Sure, calling some companies may already lead you to believe that human jobs have already disappeared. However, current levels of automation will only increase in the future, eliminating all call center jobs completely. 10. oil company drillers and wildcatters. As new renewable energy sources become more prevalent and efficient, there will cease to be concern about diminishing fossil fuel and outrageous prices, but all oil-related jobs will disappear too. 10 new jobs that will appear in the next 2 decades. 1. Gene screener. Genetic screening may become as popular as drug tests in the future. Be ready to offer a DNA sample before a new employer makes you an offer you can't refuse. 2. Quarantine enforcer. As newer medicine-resistant viruses appear, neighborhoods and whole towns may be quarantined for the safety of others. Someone needs the authority to enforce such a disease control policy. 3. Flooded city workers. If you believe in global warming, many cities and towns will eventually be underwater. New jobs to rescue people and possessions will appear. Also, look for a new industry to move flooded homes to higher ground and the jobs it will create. 4. Teleport experts. Although it may not be a reality in 20 years, teleporting is coming. There are still a number of scientific issues to be overcome. Eliminating auto traffic jams and giving roads back to drivers who actually want to drive may not be in place very soon, but it's coming. 5. Robot mechanics. As sophisticated robots become ever more popular, jobs will appear for trained, talented mechanics who can keep these robots functioning. 6. Animal guardian. As organizations and animal advocates capture wider stages, their influence grows. Like social behavior, legal definitions and protections morph also. Jobs dedicated to protecting animal interests and rights will appear. 7. Dirigible pilots and crews. Wildly popular forms of transportation until the Hindenburg disaster in 1937, dirigibles will come back in fashion. Inexpensive to operate and stoppable in mid-air, these may be particularly popular in developing countries. 8. Holographer. As inexpensive new forms of entertainment and 3D productions increase, holography will become more popular. While we're some years away from creating a holodeck, as found on the Starship Enterprise, holographic productions should become more popular, requiring technicians to operate them. 9. Space tour guide. As suborbital, orbital, and deep space travel is turned over to private enterprise, initial trips are already planned. The cost, in excess of $200,000 per person, no deals at Expedia or Orbitz just yet, may challenge some travel budgets. Tour guide jobs should appear. 10. Hydrogen fuel station jobs. As hydrogen gains popularity as a competitor of gasoline, hydrogen fuel stations may replace many gas stations. Along with new manufacturing jobs, hydrogen fuel station employees will be needed. Much of the fuel would be station produced, requiring trained staff and management. Prepare for the journey into the workplace of the future. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.